How many times have you said, I just do not feel motivated today? How many goals you have been buried because your feeling is not there? Most of the people, we wait that someday will be better. Today I'm not feeling motivated today. I'm not going to do nothing. We wait for the motivation, then we start working. Success doesn't rely on that. If you see any successful people, they do not rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. In 2012, a research study shows that when we make a plan about something, we think about it, we design the process, we think about the reward, our dopamine spikes high. But when we start doing that, whenever the task gets boring, it gets difficult, our dopamine spikes low. Why? Because your brain do not like the uncomfortable task. Your brain likes the comfortable task, likes to see the reward. So that's why most people, whenever we start doing something, at the beginning we have little motivation, but day after day our motivation drops. Then we quit. I'll give you an example of Sarah. Sarah is 35 years old. She hated her job. She was overweight, 35 pounds, and every single year she was thinking that this year will be better. I will start differently. She make a goal and start doing towards that. Whenever task gets boring, it's difficult, she quits. Years passing by, nothing changes. She gave the excuse, all those things, that this is why I couldn't do that, but never take the responsibility. And one day she saw that her 5 years old daughter, she's doing the same exact thing that she is doing. She gets out from the difficult task. She was thinking that I'm just passing all the habits to my daughter. Eventually, if I'm going that way, nothing will change this. So she made a decision. The decision that I'm the person, if I say something, I will do. I want to change my life. In terms of the changing, she said that I want to wake up early. I want to lose 35 pounds so that I have to change my diet plan. I have to go for walking. I have to go to the gym for doing some certain exercise. So she make a plan. She makes some habits that I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. I'm going to prep my meal every single day. I'm going to apply all those jobs out there that I can do, I would love. So she started doing that. Within a year, the Sarah's transformation was amazing. She lost 35 pounds. She landed a job that she likes. Now she started coaching to the other women that who wants to achieve their goal. She helps them. And now she is the person, if she says something, she does. So how is that possible? A person who couldn't do that for years after years, she feels like she is not able to achieve anything in her life. Now she is able to achieve within a year. What is that? It's a commitment. She made a committed decision towards that. That's what successful people does. If you see any successful people, they made a committed decision towards that I am committed. I have to build a structure that how I'm gonna go, how I'm gonna achieve my goal. What is it looks like? What is the process? And how I'm going to do that? And make those as habits. Those are three important things that every successful people does. They're committed, they build a structure, they make some good habits, and they follow that every single day. If you really want to get the success, my friend, it's not a magic. It's not a 1 week doing that. It's an every single day that you have to keep the promise, doing it again and again to get better. I'm going to say three important things that if you can follow, you can be more disciplined, rather more motivated. You need motivation. I'm not telling about that you do not need motivation. You can get motivation to start something, but if you rely on that motivation, you will not able to go too long. So you have to rely on discipline. You have to rely on certain habits. Raise your standards. Motivation fades because your standards are low. Discipline comes to I'm done living this mediocre life. I want to achieve something. I want to change my situations. And in order to be that situation, I have to raise my standard. But the question is that, we never try to explore our potential. Whenever any task gets bored, any task gets hard, we quit. So how do you know? If you study about any successful people, does they do the same thing? No, they don't do that. If the task gets hard, they strikes hard. They try hard. So you have to raise your standard. When you raise your standard, you change your identity. It's no longer about motivation anymore. It's about who you are and what you refuse to settle for. When you tolerate your own excuses, you teach yourself to settle. I'm settling with my excuses. Now I'm not. I am somebody who's different. And I'm done with living like this. Raising your standard means calling out yourself out with love but with fire. Stalk your reason. What's your reason? Why you want to achieve the success? Most people, they quit because they forget their reason. I want to get the success because I want to get my financial freedom. I want to get a life where I can control my time. I want to take care of my family. So what's your reason? Why you want the success? What is your why, my friend? That why will drive you when there is no dopamine spikes. The why will tell you at morning that you have to wake up early. The why will tell you that when you are tired, exhausted, but you have to move in order to achieve that, because the time is limited. It will not wait for you all day. You have to do something. So what's your why? Why you want to achieve your goal? What will change? And one question you have to ask, if I do not change, who will suffer most? And what will it cost? It is you who will suffer. It is you who will understand that in the future, if you want to achieve something, it is now. It is now is the prime time to act. And that's why gather your results. Whenever you see all those reasons every single day, the reason is will tell you have to take a small action and get it better. Number 3, I will tell that repetition is the mother of a skill. Of any successful people, if you see, they attain their success, they made a system, they put the system in the table and they do it every single day, again and again. One thing that you have to ask, I will get better 1% every single day. 1% better every single day, that means you will be better 37, almost 38% at the end of the year. So you are not unmotivated, you are just under practiced. You didn't practice that. You are not confident because you didn't practice yet enough. So start doing it again and again. You will see the success will follow. Jim Rohn said that discipline is the breeze between goals and accomplishment. If you really want something, you have to attain the discipline. You have to forget about the motivation. Motivation will help you to do something, but discipline is something that you have to attain every single day. You have to tell yourself that I am going to do it, rather I'm going to wait for tomorrow, because I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is not in your control. Think about the past, the time you left, it's gone. It will not come back. The only thing that you can control is your now. So take action and get better every single day.